So what projects are you working on right now?
Making a birdhouse, fixing a go-kart, and starting a metal light.
What are you doing about the birdhouse? What's that about?
Right now I'm putting all the parts together so I can assemble it and finish it.
And then what else?
Metal light.
What's that?
I'm going to get like 5 pieces of metal and then bend it to a square and suppress them together. Hook electricity to it and put a chain on top so it hangs on itself.
Oh, so like a hanging plant? Okay, all right. What about your special project?
Right now I'm just trying to figure out how to get all the parts for it.
What is it? Because
Jet pulse engine.
What has been the most exciting aspect of this course for you?
Just being able to like be hands-on and build stuff and do stuff I didn't think I'd be able to do.
Yeah. So you're figuring out new things, or?
Yeah. I think before I came here I didn't know how to use a lathe, and now I do.
Okay. So have you had any setbacks?
Yes, I have.
What have you done to overcome setbacks?
I just worked through it or found a different route and used it.
Okay. Based on what you now know, what would you do differently as you plan projects in the future?
Plan the possibilities that could go, what could like happen, like something could chip off or break, and have more material just in case it goes wrong.
Okay. What do you like about this opportunity, and what would you change?
I don't think I'd change anything, and I like it because it just helps you learn more stuff than you're sitting around in the classroom learning. Be hands-on, stuff you can take to the door.
Okay.
It doesn't need much knowledge, but
So what kind of stuff do you think you're learning?
how to use big machines properly and what to do and how to build stuff.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay, so what are you working on right now?
Well, I'm working on my wooden bowl, so I can get the materials and find ways to make it and make sure it doesn't chip and all that. So I have to take care of all that. Then I gotta find another way how, like I'm thinking about putting designs in it, but I'm not sure.
So you want to carve something in the side of the
Yeah.
bowl? Okay.
But I want to get my wooden bowl finished, then work on the design first.
All right, cool.
And right now I'm looking at videos like how to make designs of it.
All right. What has been the most exciting aspect of this course for you?
Learning how to use different materials, how they work, and I just like this class. It's fun.
Okay, so by the materials, do you mean the different tools?
Yeah.
Okay. So like what tools have you worked with?
I used a lathe before to make my car. Yeah.
So
That's about,
the car, that's a CO2 car? All right. Have you had any setbacks?
I don't even know, to be honest.
You know? Nothing's held you up from your plans? Everything's going smoothly? Okay. Great. Most of us don't have those things. So, based on what you know now, would you do anything differently as you plan projects in the future?
I wouldn't rush. That's one thing I wouldn't do. Rush to get something done. I would actually take my time to get them done. Because with CO2 car, when I did it, I was rushing through it and I put a chip in it kind of. So, yeah, I'm just like take my time, think about my idea more.
So you developed the plan a little bit more
Yeah.
detailed? Okay. So, and in that, like now you're talking about choosing the materials for your wood bowl and things like that, and what kind of designs you want to get on it, but it seems like you're taking more time to plan out what your process is. Is that something you'd agree with?
Yeah, I wanted to come out, not like perfect, but I wanted to come out like, oh, she did it, she's a girl, she could do it so well. Like, I don't want it to be like all jacked up with cracks. I want to actually stand out.
Awesome. What do you like about this opportunity, and what kind of things might you change?
Well, are you talking about like at this class particularly? Well, I actually really, like I said, I actually really like this class. Like, this has opened me up to tools I never even used before. Like, making projects and all this. Like, when we did the CO2 car, we had the racing stuff. That was fun. And people had to vote and coloring and stuff. It's like art, except for you just materials that you have never even knew existed. That's all. That's nice.
Would you change anything?
No.
No? Okay. All right, I appreciate you. Okay. So what are you working on right now?
Trying to design a robot arm for my medical.
Okay. What's your process on that? How are you going about doing it?
Well, right now I'm trying to find what design I want to use and like what purpose for it I want, like what I want it to do.
Okay. What has been the most exciting aspect of this course for you?
Probably the SolidWorks and getting the 3D print stuff.
So you like the 3D printer, working on SolidWorks? Okay. What kind of exciting things have you been doing on that?
Mostly just trying to figure out what all I can come up with.
Have you had any setbacks?
Well, everybody running around all the time.
All right, so people in class are disturbing. What kind of things do you do to overcome the setbacks?
Just trying to chill them out.
Okay. All right. Based on what you now know, what would you do differently as you plan projects in the future?
Probably make my materials a little more detailed, like what kind of oil to use, what exact dimensions, more detailed than like blueprints.
So you'd say designing a better plan up front helps in the actual construction later? Okay, so you'd be looking to design better plans?
And like proofreading, like by steps.
Okay. What do you like about this opportunity, and what would you change?
What I like about the opportunity is that it like brings all kinds of experiences of engineering into the process, and like it's just so I look forward to it every day.
Would you change anything about it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thanks. What are you working on right now?
Right now, working on like what materials I need to make metal dice.
Metal dice? Okay. So you're planning to use the mill for that, or? Okay. What's been the most exciting aspect of this course for you?
Probably the CO2 parts.
With working on those?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
It's just fun making them and like watching them go, and like that was pretty fun, like the competition.
Okay. So you enjoyed the competition aspect of it?
Yeah.
Have you had any setbacks?
When my wood broke on the lathe one time, I had to get it and make me some wood. And the other time when I was making my wooden ring, it like split in half. When I was using the bandsaw.
All right. So what kind of things do you do to overcome setbacks as you come up against them?
Just do things differently from the last time.
Like how?
Like instead of using the lathe, I just use the power sander.
Okay.
Instead of like cutting the edges off with the lathe, I just use the power sander to sand them down and make it like a round edge.
All right. Based on what you now know, what would you do differently as you plan projects in the future?
Probably like write down some more step-by-step stuff than I did before. Like I would skip over some of the directions that I needed to use before instead of like writing down the whole thing.
So you'd go into more detail on how you're going to go through it. So your thought process on that, from having done a couple projects and dealing with a couple setbacks, would force you to go back and think, I really got to plan through this a little bit
Yeah.
more? All right. What do you like about this opportunity, and what would you change?
What I like about it, I like that it requires hands-on stuff because I like to work hands-on every once in a while and like get to build stuff that you can be able to use like later in life or just like for fun now. What would I change about it? Let's see. Honestly, I don't know what I would change about it. Maybe get everybody a little bit more involved or something like that.
Okay. What do you think about your confidence level? You feel pretty confident with the things that you're doing?
Depends on like what I'm going to use. I feel confident on the lathe and stuff like that with the bandsaw. I get a little like iffy about it once in a while.
Okay. So do you think your confidence has been built up?
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Cool, thank you. Okay. So what are you working on right now?
Trying to design a robot arm for my medical office.
Okay. What's your process on that? How are you going about doing it?
Well, right now, I'm trying to find what design I want to use and like what purpose for it I want, like what I want it to do.
Okay. What has been the most exciting aspect of this course for you?
Probably the SolidWorks and getting the 3D print stuff.
So you like the 3D printer, working on SolidWorks? Okay. What kind of exciting things have you been doing on that?
Mostly just trying to figure out what all I can come up with.
Have you had any setbacks?
Well, everybody running around all the time.
All right, so people in class are distributing. What kind of things do you do to overcome the setbacks?
Just trying to them out usually.
Okay. All right. Based on what you now know, what would you do differently as you plan projects in the future?
Probably make my materials a little more detailed, like what kind of oil to use, what exact dimensions, more detailed than like blueprints.
So you'd say designing a better plan up front helps in the actual construction later? Okay, so you'd be looking to design better plans?
And like proofreading, I did like by steps.
Okay. What do you like about this opportunity, and what would you change?
What I like about the opportunity is that it like brings all kinds of experiences of engineering into the process, and like it's just so I look forward to it every day.
Would you change anything about it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thanks. Okay. What are you working on right now?
I'm working on a couple metal bird feeders.
What?
I'm working on a couple of metal bird feeders.
Metal bird feeders? Okay. You've got that design all picked out, you know how you're going to do it, or are you still in the research process?
I'm still in the research process.
So what kind of things are you thinking of for it?
Like, I'm trying to get like the big old cans. Like, I'm trying to get a bunch of big old cans and a bunch of birds food to try. That's why I'm in there making my plan right now.
Okay. All right. What has been the most exciting aspect of this course for you?
Making the CO2 car. That was fun.
What'd you like about it?
It was fun creating it. I like creating it and then racing at the end.
Okay. All right. Have you had any setbacks?
Yeah.
What setbacks have you had?
Like, when you think, like, I was gonna create like a box, like a circular box, but then when I started doing it, I watched the video and it was way harder than the video was.
Okay, so on the bandsaw, you were going to make a bandsaw
Yeah.
box, and as you started it, you realized, man, it's more than just watching it on video, actually practicing and stuff. Okay, so what kind of things are you trying to do to overcome the setbacks?
To make more specific plans.
Okay, so the planning process you're finding is real important? Okay. Well, that kind of leads into the next question nicely. Based on what you now know, what would you do differently in the future as you plan your projects?
Plans and get the materials instead, because I always thought there was I didn't get the materials. I was like waiting to everybody. I was just waiting to see what was in there before like getting my own materials.
So you would develop better plans and get a materials list together before you started?
Yeah.
And what do you like about this opportunity, and what would you change?
This opportunity is actually fun. It's like, it teaches you like how to work on doing stuff by yourself, and like it's getting you better for the real world. It's like, because you don't have to worry about somebody else doing something for you. You can like go out and do it your own self.
So you enjoy the freedom that you have to choose your own stuff, do your own thing, and just follow through on the plan that you come up with?
Yeah.
What kind of things would you change?
I would change like we should have like a day of planning. Like it's like 1 full day of planning. Just like instead of playing around, we should just have a whole day of planning.
Okay, so if I made sure that you guys were doing a plan instead of horsing around, then you'd enjoy that more?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thanks. Appreciate it. So I'm just gonna ask you some questions. Answer as honestly as best as you can. Talk to me as you're answering. Okay, so what are you working on right now?
So right now I'm working on a metal project in engineering. It's going to be a time capsule, so I can bury it now and open it back up at senior year. And then on top of that, I'm also going to be working on a metal sled that my grandfather wants me to have, so I can get stuff under the house easier, like bags of saccharin.
Okay. What has been the most exciting aspect of this course for you?
Most exciting aspect? Well, let's see. For me, that would have to be working in the wood shop. Mostly because I like using the bandsaw and how easy it is to cut precise edges. And allowing us to build whatever we want to build, not saying you have to build this in this certain time period. You say make a metal project or a wood project and it's due by this date.
So what about that have you enjoyed?
I've enjoyed choosing my own project. Like my previous wood project, making a slingshot, and it works now.
Has it helped you develop confidence that you can design your own stuff?
Yeah. It now shows me that I'm able to build something that actually works. Last time I tried building something, it did not work, so.
So have you had any setbacks?
Yes, I've actually had a couple setbacks, like for the time capsule. I don't have the Loctite tape for one end, so I can't get that just yet, but I'm going to be getting the materials soon.
So as far as the setbacks that you've had, any others? Any in the design process? Something that you thought was going to work that didn't?
Yeah, with the slingshot, I used the wrong type of material for the sling itself, so it wasn't as tight and it didn't shoot as far. So I had to change out from using a bike inner tube to a exercise band.
Based on what you know now, what would you do differently as you plan projects in the future?
I'd make sure I have the proper materials and materials that are better than pieces of scrap.
So as in your design process, would you be more specific in your planning? Would
Yeah.
you be, so not just materials, but what would you do differently as far as your design?
I would try and make the best design that's easy to handle, easy to use, so everyone can use it if they want to.
What do you like about this opportunity, and what would you change?
Like what kind of opportunity, like to work in this class?
Yeah, having this class.
Well, what I like about this class is that it's right in the beginning of the day and it gives me something to do before all the other classes of the day. It allows me to wake up and have a little entertainment time for working and talking with friends and working on different types of wood projects. And I wouldn't really change anything about it. I like how it's in the morning, but for some people who have other things in the morning, it'd be best for them to do it in the afternoon.
Thank you.
No problem.